with Candace and her daughter, Mazina. Now, Candace is in a panic about Mazina going away to college in just a few days. We've got clinical psychologist Dr. John Duffy here. Duff, how you doing? Is this kind of panic normal?
You know, it's not wildly abnormal. It's a matter of degree. And I can speak to some recency effect in my own life. Just a few weeks ago, I dropped my son, my only child, off at college. Oh, there he is. It was a difficult time, as it is for every parent, but we do have to also let them go, you know? So one thing I've noticed in my house since my son left is it's quieter there. And so what I tend to do and my wife tends to do is we're making ourselves a little more busy for this time period so that we keep the sadness, if it's going to happen, to a minimum. And I would suggest that for you. I think that might be really helpful.
Okay. How can parents and students deal with this separation anxiety?
There's a few things that you need to do. For parents like Candace and I, we need to trust that our parenting over those first 18 years were good enough. And I think yours was. So that we can send our kids out into the world and they can master what they need to master. And I think you're already there. I think you also have to find a way to celebrate the change. So I encourage you to start a new mission for yourself. So think about what you like to used to do before you had a daughter and maybe get back to some hobby that you loved or something like that. But go back in time and find something that you loved, right? So that you can begin to let go a little bit. I strongly encourage that. And for you kids out here, do not take your parents' emotions for granted. Keep in touch with them. If something great happens on campus, let them know. If you ace a test, call them, and then they'll know, okay, you're thriving in your new environment. That makes me feel good as a parent. That makes me feel like I did my job, okay? And also, be responsible. So take charge of some of the things you used to go to your parents with, like laundry, or roommate issues, or money, or switching classes, or all those things that you would normally call your mom and ask them about. Take charge of that and let them know you mastered it, and then they'll feel a lot more confident and secure about your future. And I bet when you hear that from your daughter, you'll feel the same way.
Yeah. Here is a piece of the separation anxiety that I've seen from other people. Sometimes you think that you can't let her go. But what you cannot create is a situation where she can't let you go. Marjorie's philosophy with raising our kids is their wings work. Her wings work. They're going to make the mistakes. They're young. You made them, didn't you?
Absolutely.
She going to make them too. But she's going to make a lot more if you cripple her.
Amen.
She'll make a lot more because she has no life experience because you have not allowed her to have it. So now guess what? If you don't let go, she going to break loose. Man, it's kids that go off to college and go wild because they didn't have any freedoms at home and they abused the privileges. But you've done a great job with her. Look at her. She's a poised young lady. She's very intellectual. She can get it. Couple of lessons, couple of books, couple of phone calls, and she's going to gravitate to people like her. When you go to college, you go hang out with people that's like you. She'll be fine, okay? I think you really got to let her go. You think you might be able to? You cannot move to New York. You cannot change your job. And quit calling the police and the professors. I'll be going, who the hell is it?
That's what they said.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let her come to the school. Yeah, if I was administrator, I'd just decline her application.
He's a genius.
Yeah, but her mama crazy. Hey, I want to say thanks to all my guests. We'll be right back.